gonna drive. So we're gonna drive back to my house, and then we're just gonna have a little walk. We're gonna just have a chat. I think we're on the keto channel. So we're in the black van. Make sure there's nothing behind me. So the plan is drive to the house, which is only 10 minutes away. Carry on chatting. We're gonna have a dog walk, but I'm gonna walk without the dogs. And then I've got to come back and get Yasmin. So I've got 45 minutes. I thought, let's make part of it the drive, yeah? So, how we going, guys? Elvis Presley fan on keto. So let's have a little chat. So something happened with a YouTube channel called Elvis Cup Guy. I'm starting to learn the story now that he went to a concert in 1977. I think it was, what was the date? I don't remember the date. Was it August the 11th? I don't know. Do you know what? No, not August the 11th. No, not that day. It was in 77 that Cup Guy went to a concert, yeah? I don't know the date. And supposedly, supposedly Elvis was drinking from a cup. I think these cups are polystyrene. I don't know if they are. So he asked the security guard to give him the cup that Elvis drank out of. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, there's a chance that Elvis didn't drink out of it. I mean, I'm sure that Wade, I think his name is, off Elvis Cup Guy, will 100% say 100% it's guaranteed that Elvis drank from that cup. I'm not convinced. I think it's probably a bit of a gimmick, but I'm not saying that as an insult to Elvis Cup Guy, because he probably believes Elvis drank from that cup. But who knows, guys? Who knows? I've had a good look at Elvis Cup Guy's channel. It's a fun channel. It's got over 38,400 or something like that subscribers. It's a fun channel. He runs it well. He does his loads of thumbnails, different topics. He's obviously a genuine Elvis fan. I will say that. He seems quite a funny guy, quite interesting guy. Nothing against him. Now, the reason he has come up on my topic is because I've spent the last couple of days discussing different things that Trey and Spa Guy and Billy Smith have been involved in, like the Tiger Man dojo in Memphis, the reopening of that. Obviously, there was a situation where Spa Guy Billy makes a massive decision to rent or purchase the site where the original dojo was, you know, where Elvis did his karate, became 7th Dan. Massive undertaking. The building was basically derelict, completely different than how it looked in the 70s. So the Spa Guy makes a massive decision to restore it back to how it looked, exactly how it looked when Elvis was there, when Elvis was teaching karate, learning karate. There's some very famous footage and pictures of Elvis in that dojo. Yeah, so, you know, fair play to Spa Guy. He had some seriously amazing courage, and obviously his mind, the imagination in his mind to come up with the idea of restoring it to how it looked in the 70s is just fascinating. Yeah, seriously, guys, fascinating, because there was so much work that needed doing. It does sound like he eventually got some help. There's a guy called Patrick Thompson. There's a few disagreements. I think there was a few falling outs. Eventually, Joey Smith seems to have got involved, because you can see him doing a tour of the ambulance, a tour of the dojo museum, because the decision was to turn it into a museum, yeah, which was a great idea, and it looks brilliant. It does get opened. There's a falling out, so it closes. possibility that Billy Spar Guy gets locked out. Then it gets closed, then it gets reopened. So to bring it up to date, Spar Guy looks like he's about to reopen the dojo. He's given us a sneak preview via a different channel. I think a guy called Dion or something. It looks amazing. It does look amazing, guys. I definitely recommend it. Honestly, if you're going to Memphis, go to it, yeah. Anyway, this is leading me on to my topic. So we've had a few things have come up where Spar Guy and Billy Smith had fallen out over quite a few things. The last movie that Elvis watched, The Spy Who Loved Me, the location. Then there was a picture involved, the last ever picture taken. I think Billy, the Smiths had used that picture maybe in a book or in a TV thing, and there was a falling out there with the super fan. I think her name was Shay Wood or something. She's not, because no one's allowed to use that last picture of Elvis with Lisa Marie in the Stutz as he's coming back, I think, from the dentist. So there's a few fallings out. Then you got the Cup Guy. Elvis Cup Guy is basically telling off the Spar Guy for being negative about the Smiths. But I personally think the Smiths are just defending themselves. Not the Smiths. I personally think Billy the Smith. Spar Guy Billy, because Spar Guy is called Billy, is sort of just defending himself. He's sort of standing his corner. He's sort of saying, well, I've done nothing wrong. Yeah. So he's bringing up. So the falling out between Billy Smith and Billy Spar Guy, and I think Trey is involved. I think Joey Smith is involved, which I think was all over Facebook. I think, let me just get this phone, guys. Ooh, 1 second, I'm gonna put it on my, so we're gonna go for a walk, guys. Hang on a minute. Let's see if I can get it off. Press the button. There we go. So we're going to go for a walk. So from what I can see, oh, are we seeing me okay? I'm not upside down, am I? Okay. I need to turn it round. Okay. Oops. Right, are you getting me, guys? Don't need my glasses on. I don't wear my glasses when I'm... Are you still getting me, yeah? Right, let's keep talking. Let's keep talking. Let me just turn the radio off so the battery don't go flat. So we've got about half an hour, okay? We've got about half an hour, so I'm going to try and... It's good exercise, isn't it? A bit of a walk. Tino's with his brother. So as I was saying, so I make a video this morning, and the reason I made that, actually Elvis Cup Guy was part of the reason I made the video. It was because, oh, thanks mate, thanks Tony. So Elvis the Cup Guy was actually part of the reason why I made the video, because he had a go at Spar Guy saying you should never talk about the Smiths because they grew up with Elvis, because they were with him when he died. You know, they were there at the end of Elvis's life, and he was basically telling off the Spar Guy. Now I don't agree. I actually think that it's fair game, because I actually think if anybody trashes Elvis, right mate, I think if anybody trashes Elvis, that they're out of order. I think it doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's the Elvis Cup Guy. What it is, Tony, that supposedly it was a cup that Elvis drank from at one of his concerts in 1977, and Spar Guy got the security guard to give it him. I'm not convinced it is Elvis's cup, but that's where he gets his name, yeah? So I didn't really like the fact that Cup Guy was telling Spar Guy off. I mean, I quite like Spar Guy. Just so you know, guys, Spar Guy has spoken to me. A massive channel, you know, probably one of the biggest channels, Elvis channels ever in the world, just like Joe Sins, yeah? at Rare Elves Photos. So Spar Guy has had I've had a few brief words with Spar Guy. He's accepted me on his Facebook as well, and he knows that I'm dealing with these topics. So the topics are the dojo. He's called the cup guy because he found Elvis's cup at a concert, a cup that Elvis had just drank from. Now, how genuine that is, I don't know. Yeah, he makes the most of it. You know, the cup he found was in 1977. I don't know the exact date. His videos are quite funny. You know, some of them are quite funny. I actually think his channel's okay. I've got nothing against his channel. I think his channel's all right. Elvis Cup Guy. Look it up, guys. He's got 38,500 subscribers, so he can't be that bad. But I do take issue with the fact that he was telling Spar Guy off and saying to Spar Guy, you shouldn't talk about the Smiths because they're so close to Elvis. So then I did make a video this morning, like 4 or 5 minute video, just saying to the Cup Guy, look, we can discuss the Smiths. If the Smiths have said negative things about Elvis, then it's fine that we defend as fans. And I even said that even Spar Guy being able to talk about Elvis Cup Guy, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, because Spar Guy was just defending himself. So was Trey, and so was the owner of the picture, the last ever picture taken of Elvis, Shea Wood. So I personally feel like the Spar Guy has been badly treated. But I actually think, from the information I've been listening to, guys, this story about the last movie that Elvis ever watched with Lisa Marie, I think on August the 12th, around 4 a.m. or something, with Lisa and with Ginger, I think the story sounds pretty genuine to me. Now, you see Trey has his own YouTube channel, and what they do, they manage to get the movie theatre that Elvis hired that night. They find it, they discover it with the help of this lady that took the last picture of Elvis, Shea Wood, who's a super fan. They managed to, I don't know, obviously a lot of work went into it, but they find the location of that movie theatre, Elvis's last movie he watched before he died, and it all gets refurbished and they invite loads of people. It's a real big deal. I think it's called South Brook Road, I think, yeah. Now, somehow there's an argument with Billy Smith, and Billy Smith is disagreeing and saying that wasn't the right location. I don't know if there was a disagreement about what the movie was, I don't know. So there's a few arguments going on between Billy Smith and Spar Guy and Trey about a few different things, and the Cup Guy does seem to jump in and defend Billy Smith, yeah? So what I've been doing today, I've been trying to research about the movie theatre. So I watched the opening night. So what they did, they reenacted that night when Elvis watched The Spy Who Loved Me, the last thing he ever watched before he passed. They reenacted it, so they redecorated the room exactly to how it was before. They invite loads of people, they make a real big deal with it. They do, obviously they have Shea Wood there, who I think may have even been there, or at least she was there when he was on his way there. You know, she witnessed him going in there. I think something like that, yeah? I don't know all the facts. So then I've been trying to understand why the Cup Guy tried to defend the Smiths. I've been trying to understand the story with Trey and Spar Guy. So Spar Guy did introduce everyone and do a talk to the people that attended the movie thing. So that's a very interesting video, which I've watched, and I'm going to watch it with you guys. All these videos I'm discussing, I'm going to watch it with you guys. Yeah? So I'm trying to get my head around all this drama. There's a lot of drama here. I'm trying to understand it. There's so much to take in there. It's like different YouTube channels. there's different things that people were falling out over. So whether it be the movie, let me just cross the road, or the dojo, you know, the Tiger Man dojo, you know, whether it involves Joey Smith, or Billy Smith, or Trey, or Elvis Cup guy defending them. It's just quite messy. It's quite messy. So what I want to do is go through these different videos, yeah? So our researcher has been helping me. Yeah, it is confusing, Tony. It is confusing. Even for me to get my head round it, it's I don't know, it's just, but I am starting to absorb it. Now, luckily, I've got a few researchers helping me. Matt at Hillbilly has sent me loads of stuff. My other researcher, who doesn't want to be named, she has sent me amazing information, videos, loads of, she's typed out a lot of things for me to read through. So when I'm not live, guys, I'm trying to squeeze all my time into understanding these different situations that involve big YouTube channels, big Elvis YouTube channels, but also involve family members. So like the Smiths, Joey Smith. I think even the wives were involved in all this. So it's pretty fascinating. So I am going to try and tie it all together. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to play each video. So I've still got about 5 videos to play. One is Joey Smith, who is Billy Smith's son. He does a tour of the dojo, the Tiger Man Museum dojo. So we're going to play that because that's pretty fascinating. We're going to play a video that discusses how they discovered this movie theatre location and how they restore it, refurbish it, and they do an opening night there. So we're going to discuss that video. Yeah. I've got there's an interview between Spar Guy and Memphis Mafia Kid before they fell out. So we're going to discuss that. Last night we did play Billy Smith's trying to explain why they fell out, the different things they fell out over, and then he apologizes at the end, and then right at the last minute he says, if that apology is not good for you, you can kiss my ass. I'm going to stand on a chair and you can kiss my ass, which does seem to me to cancel the apology. Yeah, Karen, it was funny. Did you expect that? Karen, did you expect that? I didn't expect that. It's like, it's quite, I thought, I'm not gonna lie to you, when you see a man in his late 70s trying to explain things, you could see that Joe Smith, his wife, was sat to the side listening and helping him. I did feel sorry for him. I did, you know. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, you know, he's a man in his 70s, so we're all humans, we have feelings, we're all sensitive. It felt a bit awkward. Yeah, he apologises. So basically, what Billy Smith does, he explains, yeah, it was hilarious, but Billy explains for half an hour the ins and outs of all the different arguments they've had. Unfortunately for Billy, I do think Spar Guy is right about the cinema, the movie. I do think, from the research I've done, I think Spar Guy is right. I'm not trying to take sides because I don't really want to do that. I want to try and be fair to everyone, to Spar Guy, to Elvis Cup Guy, to Billy Smith, just to everyone. I want to be fair, but I do think Spar Guy is right and Trey is right as well concerning this last movie that was watched, The Spy Who Loved Me, and the location. They've got a lot of evidence and proof that it was that location, this Southbrook Road, I think it was. So, yeah, so right at the end of Billy breaking down all the different facts that they'd fallen out over, and he went through quite a few things. He discussed the different pictures and the movie and the dojo and all different things. You mean the Billy Smith one? Well, do you know what, Tony? You know you can just go and watch it. We did it last night. It was hilarious because he breaks it down. He breaks it down, all the the disagreements. This is Billy Smith. He's sat on his own on a sofa. Joe is to one side, and then he gets to the point of the interview where he says sorry. He goes, look, I'm sorry. I apologise if I've upset anyone. Then he discusses that people should be entitled to go and watch whichever event. Yeah, you'll like it, Tony. People should be entitled to go to any event in Memphis. There's a lot of events in Memphis. I think maybe Spa Guy felt that his events were being boycotted because of how popular the Smiths are. I mean, let's get it right, guys. The Smiths are very, very popular, and going up against the Smiths it can be a real raspberry. Do you know what I mean by that? It can upset a lot of fans. Yeah, I'm different because I don't do my videos for views or likes or money or comments. I just do what I feel. Whatever comes to my heart, that's how I choose my topics. So I don't really care if I lose subscribers and likes and views and all that, money, whatever it is. I will pick the topic that I want to choose, and I will take it as the cookie falls, as the cookie crumbles. So I pick my tops regardless of popularity of I know my wife rung, Tony, that's all it was. My daughter rung, sorry. I pick my topics no matter what the outcome. In fact, many of the topics I choose, I expect to lose subscribers. Yeah, I will never pick my topics on popularity, on the possibility of views or subscribers. I never pick them that way. I just do the topic and hope for the best. That's how I pick my topics. So talking about the Smiths, can make you very unpopular. I have a feeling that when Spa Guy had the disagreements with the Smiths, I think he had quite a massive backlash, quite a big reaction of people that were very upset with him. Yeah, and Trey. Let's have a look. It's not, Frederick, it's not going to happen, is it? It's not. We're not going to see apologies. The one thing I learnt from these different situations that we're discussing, because we are a discussion channel, aren't we? That's the bottom line. And when we do ask apologies of people, I never think we're going to get them. Never do. I hope to get them, but we're never going to. Come on. The Amy thing, the Derby thing, it just gets forgotten. I do as well. I think I'm very fair. Even now, I've got nothing against Billy Smith or Spa Guy or Elvis Cup Guy. There's no hard feelings. It literally is. And Trey, it literally is a discussion. Yeah. But I do think, and I mean this, I do think Spa Guy and Trey have been unfairly treated. I do think that. I do think that in this instance, concerning the theatre, the movie theatre, the James Bond thing, I do think they've done so much research to back up and prove where Elvis watched this last movie, The Spy Who Loved Me, that they're probably right. But I'm only saying that as a fan. I'm no researcher, I'm no expert, so I could be wrong. I could be wrong. What's that song? I could be right, I could be wrong. Is that the Sex Pistols? So you get what I'm saying, guys. I don't want to take sides. I don't want to do that. I also don't want people to think that I've got it in for the Smiths. I don't have it in for the Smiths. But it does seem that every time I start going into a topic, the Smiths get drawn back into it. Now, remember what the Cup Guy did. The Cup Guy messaged on my on my video on my Elvis Presley Fan on Keto channel, saying, I don't know why you... He basically said, Billy Smith has never said anything negative about Elvis, and that's not true. And that's true. He also says, Elvis the Cup guy also says, I'm not happy with anybody that badmouths the Smiths, because they were with Elvis right to the end, and he was, you know, the Smiths were Billy Smith was with Elvis at the end and grew up with him. Yeah, we like the Sex Pistols. When I was in the 70s, I liked the Sex Pistols. Punk was big in England. Remember, punk was very big in England. It's definitely not anything like Elvis music. I wonder if Elvis would have liked the Sex Pistols. I doubt it. Anyway, so overall, guys, I'm not trying to fall out with these people. We are now discussing another channel, which is Elvis the Cup guy. I don't want to fall out with him. Wade, I think his name is. Seems like a nice guy to me. I do like his channel. Please subscribe to him. Yeah, that's it. Punk rock hippie chick. I definitely wore the red bondage trousers. Trousers. You know, red trousers with zips all over. And I was young. I was like 13 or something. The good old days. Remember, in the olden days, you know, when we were kids, in the late 70s and 80s, you had punks, mods, rockers, bikers, obviously the Elvis, the rock and rollers, you know, you had the skinheads, you had the new romantics, you know, Duran Duran and all that, Wham, you know, we had all that, didn't we? Punk haircuts all over. Yeah, that's it, Frederick. But when I was growing up, everyone had a punk hairstyle. Punk was massive. When I was like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, those years, you know, late 70s, punks were everywhere. Hi Teresa, how are you? Did you hook up okay with Tony? Have you and Tony had a few chats? Anarchy in the UK, that's it, Lorna, you know. Anarchy in the... do you know what? The reason I like the punks was when you're a little kid, you know, a rebellious little teenager, well, that suits how you think as a teenager, doesn't it? Because you want to disagree with everyone. You never like being told what to do. You want to be naughty at school. You know, so punk fitted that, didn't it? But, you know, now looking back on it, punk wasn't really for me. It wasn't my cup of tea, but I understand that it was fun for a kid. Yeah, we love Teresa, don't we? Teresa Mazzeni. Is that it? Teresa Mazzenia. Teresa, we're going to embarrass you. The most loyal Elvis fan in the world. Isn't she, guys? Teresa, the most loyal Elvis fan in the world. Woo, my hair. Right, I'm walking back to the car now. So, we've done quite a lot of lives today. I like the Go-Go's. Isn't the Go-Go's an American band? Punk wasn't my cup of tea. Yeah, not really mine, really. It's just that we were kids. She needs a throppy. What's a throppy? A throppy? What the hell's a throppy, Deborah? Yeah, Teresa. We love Teresa. Whoa. Teresa, why do you like defending Elvis? Surfer skater chick. Yeah, I was a very... Tony, I was really good at skateboarding and roller skating. Tony, I had my Bauer boots for roller skating, and I had my Kryptonic wheels on my skateboard and my Wasp trucks. Does that mean anything to you? So I had Bauer boots, Wasp trucks, Kryptonic wheels with extra smooth bearings in the wheels, and that was for roller skating and for skateboarding. So I did both. I loved it. Loved it. I did it for a few years as well. So don't forget, because I grew up on the seafront, the promenade of Yeah, because I grew up on the promenade of a beach, you know, a seaside. We would skate up and down the promenade all day, every day. Oh, I loved it. My skateboarding and my roller skating. And I love my bike as well. I love my bike. My first love was a bike. You know, and that's something else that we've been discussing. Spa Guy discovering a bike that was hanging on a wall of Gracelands. And no one realised it had been there for years, but it was actually Elvis's first bike. Elvis's first bike. And he even brought that bike with him from Tupelo. So when they took that famous car journey from Tupelo to Memphis, I think Billy was with him, they brought the bike with them. So that bike, which moved to many different homes, it had a sentimental spot for Elvis and for Vernon. They made sure they kept that bike. So that bike was discovered by Spa Guy. And I'm going to play that video. It's something Gracelands. It's a Gracelands video. And it's got Angie Marchese, is it? With Spa Guy. And they're discussing how they found the bike. It definitely 100% was Spa Guy that discovered it. And then they did all the research that went into proving that it was Elvis's first bike, including going to the store that it came from and finding the old documents. I think that the shop was a dealer of that bike. And so it's a brilliant video. And it even got loads of pictures of how they stripped the bike down and got it working, refurbished it, all that kind of stuff. So it's fascinating that they have Elvis's first bike. Amazing. And they know that Elvis modified it a bit. Elvis modified the bike a bit. He removed the mudguards. Yeah, I'm trying to think what it's called. Do you know that it's Gracelands? What's the name of their videos? It's something Gracelands. And there's the guy in it. I can't remember his name. He's obviously very well known in the Elvis community. He does a lot of programs for Gracelands, yeah, as well as Angie Marquis. I wonder if Gracelands even know we exist. It's very cool. So do you think Gracelands know who we are? What do you reckon? Do you think Gracelands know about defending Elvis? What do you reckon, guys? Gates of Graceland, that's it. Frederick, you got it. Gates of Graceland. Very, very good videos on YouTube. I may start reviewing some of them. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to review some of these Gates of Graceland's videos. And I will be reviewing the bike one, where they discover the bike. I have watched it. It was sent to me by our researcher. So I'll probably do that tomorrow, actually. No, not enough time, guys, not enough time. My grey hair's starting to come through, as you can see. So I need to dye my hair, cut my hair. I might be, I don't know, we could be surprised. You may know, they may know. Who knows? Who knows? I do like to think that even though we're not a big channel, that we are well known. I've always thought that. I say it to my brother. We're not the biggest channel, but we're very well known. Always thought that. Like my brother, he has a massive YouTube channel. He literally gets 500,000 views a month, my brother. 500,000 views a month, my brother's YouTube channel. It's massive, his channel. He's got like 80,000 subscribers. Massive, massive channel. He makes my channel look like a little baby. Yeah, you know what it's like, Karen. Do you know what I find with our channel? We have spurts. So we seem to be doing really well. Like at the moment, yeah, my brother's channel is called Hamtech. Frederick, my brother's channel is called Hamtech. 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 It's massive, massive. But anyway, So what I find, Karen, with our channel is we'll get a rush of subscribers. Like at the moment, we've had well over 100 new subscribers. And then we'll go through a phase where it all sort of goes a bit flat. We get a bit of backlash, we get told off by a few people. You know what it's like, guys. But then we'll go through another surge. I think as the topics change, our views and our subscribers sort of flow up and down. So we'll gain a load of subscribers, but then we'll lose a load of subscribers. You get it? It's sort of up and down. Woohoo! Windy. Okay, guys. I've got to go back and get Yasmin from dance class in a minute. So I like the way it is. Remember, guys, doing really well at the moment. I think there's a lot of new people coming on. Yes, Karen, I've noticed. So we must be doing something right. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I did think discussing the Smiths, the Stanleys, was going to lose us a lot of subscribers, but it seems to have been fine. We seem to have weathered it okay, haven't we? We haven't had the backlash that we were expecting with the Smiths and the Stanleys. It's been okay, I think. 1 second. Anyway, as I was saying, you know, I was thinking, my God, here we go, Louis shot himself in the foot again. Surprisingly, there's a lot of people that are not happy with the Stanleys and the Smiths. A lot of people, like we're talking thousands. More than I was expecting. So it's not cold, Tony, it's just windy. That's why I'm holding my hair. So we've held our own. I think we've held our own, guys. Now, am I expecting us to grow massive? No. Am I expecting our channel to be like as big as Rare Elvis Photos or Spa Guy? No. But I think we hold our own. Is that Joanne? Joanne, how are you? Yes, I'm holding my hair because it's embarrassing. Woo! Oops. My camera's falling down. Okay, right, we're nearly home, guys. Ooh, bloody hell. Hey, I had to see the sky. Okay, guys. You know. Okay, guys. All right, we're nearly home. So we have, guys, there's a lot of catching up for you lot to do because we've done 3 lives on Defending Elvis. I think this is our second keto live, I think. We've also done a live on long lost footage. So we've been busy. This will be the last one for today. I want to do some research tonight and tie these topics together. I want to start going through these videos one at a time that were sent me by my researcher. I want to watch them with you guys. Yeah, windy, but okay, but not cold. Yeah, oh yeah, we did the funny ones concerning people that think Elvis is alive. That was more of a gimmick. I just wanted to get us off the topic of the Smiths and just the Stanleys and the Smiths and the dojo. I just wanted to have a little break from that. That's why I did 2 different topics this morning. 2 different lives, sorry. But we're going to get back on it now because I do want to finish the dojo live streams. I want to get through that. Then I want to do the last movie that Elvis watched. I do want to talk about this last picture that was taken of Elvis, the story behind that. This Shayna Wood, whatever her name is. She's a super fan, and I do want to discuss why Elvis Cup Guy owns the picture of Elvis on his bike. I want to discuss that. I also want to discuss the drama between Spa Guy and Billy Smith and Trey and the Cup guy. I want to understand how things went with these guys. So we got a few things to go through, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go. Take care, guys. Thanks to everyone for joining me. Sorry about the hair, and we're out of here. Take care, guys.